Okay. Let's see, is everything working? It's a bit loud in my ears with my monitor. There we go. Wait, let me actually switch to a BRB screen while I just double check these options. Let's see. Oh, thank God, this full voice dialogue. Thank God, I'm way too tired to read dialogue. Controls. Character sheet. Oh. Oh, we'll find out as we go, I suppose. There we go. Let me just make sure. I need to fix that. Okay. You're in. Actually, funny should be. I just realized I should probably run an ad quickly, so people don't get pre-roll. Ah! Oh my God! Don't come in, Fabio. Don't know if you can hear me because I'm supposed to be running an ad, but I don't know if it's showing for you because sometimes it just doesn't. Thank you so much. Okay, you can hear me, yeah. Okay, so you're not getting the ad. That's fine. Ads make like no money anyway. Okay, so neither of you getting the ad. It's going to let it run anyway before starting. You look though, you can cringe and playing Velo. Ah, naruhodo ne. What an ego. But thank you both for coming and lurking. Okay, it's done. Sick. Yeah, so I know nothing about this game other than there's like psychological and addiction aspects to it, and it's supposed to be super good and really well written. And apparently it's fully voice acted, so thank God. Okay, what the hell is this? Info? Oh, Jesus. That is way too much information on the main screen. Okay, let's just go. Select archetype. Thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people. I feel called out. Knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. 5 intelligence, 1 psycho. Your power to influence yourself and others. 2 physique, how well your body is built. 4 motorics, how well you move your body. And I feel not sensitive. Very psychological, a magnetic personality but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. Oh, not psycho, psyche. I'm a fucking moron. So 5 psyche, 1 intelligence, 4 physique, and 2 motorics. Physical, extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. 1 intelligence, 2 physique, 2 psyche, 5 physique, 4 motrix. Or create your own. I'm not going to roll my own because I feel like in games like this, taking a preset's usually the best. So Thinker also gets an encyclopedia. Sensitive gets Inland Empire, whatever the fuck that means. And Physical gets plus hand-eye coordination. Oh, Inland Empire is a boost within Psyche. What? Encyclopedia is a boost within intellect. It's also not intelligence, it's intellect. God damn it. Okay, so we're off to a great start where I'm already reading shit wrong. Okay, intellect, logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric, drama, conceptualization, visual calculus. Psyche, volition, inland empire, empathy, authority, suggestion, esprit de corps. Physique, physical instrument, electrochemistry, endurance, half-life. Now, I know electrochemistry has something to do with like how you respond to drugs and alcohol. Anyway, endurance, half-life, pain threshold, shivers. Motrix, hand-eye coordination, perception, reaction speed, savoir-faire. Savoir-faire? No idea how the fuck to pronounce that. Basic composure. Okay, well, whatever. I'm gonna go with Thinker. Thinker seems to be calling me out, so I'm just gonna go with that. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. I almost read that as the Furies are at home. It would be a very different bull quote. Yeah.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
How long can you hear that narration, by the way? If either of you can still hear me and can't type at the moment. Oh, okay, never mind. I'll bump it up a little bit because I have a feeling it was a bit low. It's also not an accent I was expecting, but let's go.
Ever.
Yeah.
Never, ever.
Oh, you don't think you can hear the narration? Let me bump it up let me bump up game audio a bit. Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Did that pick up? Okay, cool. Simply keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What was that about the egg something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
I want to know why my limbic system is apparently speaking to me, and also what my limbic system is. I want to know about the egg something.
Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
Alonzi, never let me go, or... No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Let's not embrace complete, what's the word I'm looking for? Nihilism.
Do you really?
Do let
wouldn't
me off.
like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Wait, I did this to myself? Tell me what's waiting for me. I don't care. I'm an idiot, a brave idiot. No, I did this to myself? Wait, what?
Yes. Your one disco mother.
I am a disco mother, thank you. I'm an idiot, a brave idiot. I want to go back.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
I was not... Just because it was called Disco Elysium, I was not expecting it to be dropping the word disco this often, this fast. Mother help me, there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Please no, I changed my mind, take me back to the poor disembodied nothing. Mother help me, there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Either doing Plato's cave here or a very severe hangover. Possibly both. Help someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth? Okay, yeah, something this might be.
A shriek penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
So, from...
Somehow, you know what it is. A Caprice Canadian motor carriage.
Open my eyes. Jesus. Yeah, looks like I was on quite the bender. Well, this is a start. The magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Pants. Pants seem like a good idea. Wait, wait, character sheet? No, show me what I'm wearing. I swear to God, let's say my electrochemistry went down. So what the fuck's electrochemistry? Electrochemistry. Go to party planet, love and be loved by drugs. Okay, so from what I heard, I think it's correct, is that cool for high flyers, party enthusiasts, cops who need lightning. Electrochemistry is the animal within you, the beast longing to be unleashed to indulge and enjoy. Enables you to take drugs with fewer negative side effects. It also enables you to better investigate lurid matters. You need to understand a chemical breakdown or talk to someone blasted out of their mind, or understand sexual dynamics. Electrochemistry is there to guide you. At high levels, electrochemistry makes you a man of unrestrained pleasure, an unrepentant Lothario who leers at people with a bottle of speed and a plastic bendy straw in either hand. But with low electrochemistry, you'll be too innocent to be effective. Without a working knowledge of drugs and sex, the city will be difficult to understand. Okay, but also, do I have like an inventory? Is that something that tells me what's equipped? Yes, I've got pants equipped. Oh, pants add to my electrochemistry apparently. But minus savoir-faire? How do you pronounce that? That's French, I'm assuming. It's also not a word I know. There we go, it's under Motrix. Sneak under their noses, stun with immense spinach. Cool for acrobats, thieves, unbearable show-off. Savoir-faire urges you to be better than you are. It urges you to be disco. Slip by others in Samoan boxing style, then tumble out back with unexpected acrobatics. It enables you to move with silent footsteps, to groove to a good beat, and to lift usual evidence with perks without making them notice. It also makes you a cooler cop. His athletic flair will certainly impress the citizenry. At higher levels, savoir-faire will make you the king of cool, which is as much to say the most stylish douchebag in Revachol. Nobody will see you until you're ready to be seen, and then they'll get the full treatment, whether they want to or not. At low levels, however, you'll be a bumbling, feckless cop unable to catch a pair of keys thrown by your partner without losing an eye. Okay, so putting on pants improves my electrochemistry, but decreases my dexterity, essentially. Which seems fair. Hold tab to highlight. Naruhodo ne.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
No! I started without the pants, Leona. Thank you for the follow. Assess the damage to the window.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
I think I smashed this window while I was fucking hammered last night. Did you follow? Oh shit, do I have follower only chat turned on? If so, I need to fix that. How the fuck do I turn that off? Oh wait, I can probably do that from a stream manager. One of these buttons is it? God damn it. Chat. Oh wait. I'm a fucking idiot. There's literally a chat command to turn off followers only mode. What the fuck? Why was that even on? Thank you for pointing that out, Leona. Alright, where was I? Yes, okay, so clearly when I was fucking hammered last night, I smashed my own window. Which is totally the sign of a man in control of his life and doing good. To break it with my own hands and look at
A
them.
fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
Oh, I didn't smash my own window. What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Okay, so I threw something at the window. Or out the window, as the case may be. Assess the size of
It
the
is
impact.
too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Something heavy and larger than my fist. Maybe a bottle or something? But good to know
Like
the presence of
blue
the...
shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which,
Okay.
coincidentally, is missing its friend.
I threw one of my shoes out the window. Excellent. But good to know I had the presence of mind to not pull out my fucking gun and shoot the window.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
If it wasn't me, I think it was me. I should go and get that shoe. Well, I don't need it. I don't need anyone. Let's go get that shoe.
Cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Oh, okay. I literally have a quest now. Find my other shoe. Seems like your green snakeskin shoe is missing its partner. You should find it before you go venturing into the wild unknown. 2 shoes are better than 1. Unite them again. pick up the other shoe. Oh, is that a shirt? That looks like a shirt. Green shoe, left foot.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Oh, sick.
It
Push it
says
out.
whirling in rags on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Sick.
The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast, frequented by dock workers.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. Oh, wait, there's a... What the fuck is this then? See bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's my shirt. White stained t-shirt. Okay, I now have one shoe, a shirt, and pants on. White satin shirt, rather. +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion. Oh, hydrate. Let me go refill my glass quickly. Be right back. Okay, I'm back and rehydrated. And also I've got a glass of water now. Okay, conceptualization +1 -1 suggestion. Apparently putting on a shirt reduces my suggestiveness. Also, apparently only one shoe does nothing for me. This green crocodile leather shoe has a high heel and chrome embellishments. It fits your left foot perfectly. Now all that remains is to find the other shoe. It also said conceptualization +1. Understand creativity, see art in the world. Cool 4, creative, psychedelic fanciers, critics. Conceptualization has a special role it wants you to play in this world. Not the role of a cop, but of art cop. It enables you to make fresh associations, delve into world concepts from Jan Karp's postmodernist carpery to Revachol's arabesque architectural style, Derrida, and even the concept of hardcore. I'm sorry, the concept of hardcore, all capitals. And then importantly, to add your own contribution to those works. At high levels, conceptualization makes you go big, perhaps go too big. It is ostentatious, demanding grand displays. Why live life when you can throw yourself into a live volcano? At low levels, however, you'll be unable to see the world in a creative light. You'll be unable to contribute to conversations in an art gallery. Only boring people will invite you to their dust parties. And then suggestion went down from putting the shirt on. Cool for diplomats, charmers, sociopaths. Suggestion urges a soft power approach. If people think they want what you want, you've already won. If people think they want what you want, you've already won. The skill enables you to implant ideas into the minds of others. You can make the citizens like you more, you can make gangsters turn on each other too. Many crime rings have been broken by just a little doubt, after all. At high levels, suggestion makes you affable to everyone and more resistant to their charms in turn. But all that schmoozing and oozing charm will make you slimy. and you'll know it, even if no one else does. With low levels of suggestion, though, you'll have difficulty getting any kind of rapport with others. You'll be alone both during the day and at night. Okay. So that's like our D&D charisma stat, almost. Or like bluff, rather. Or something like that. What is this? Is that like a locked door? Okay.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Was this not the same Elon that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things?
Conceptualization, you're a bit of a dick.
Probably not, no.
Thank you, logic.
Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
I don't remember my own face. Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror,
don't want to check my face with... No, just wipe the mirror.
behold, you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I have no idea why it's there, it just is.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No?
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Superstardom? God, I don't know, it's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There is some charm to it. It's an expression of pain. I think I'm vaguely trying to be sympathetic.
There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
A cadaverous spasm. Okay, my electrochemistry isn't... Yeah, 3% chance. Encyclopedia, Formidable 13. Dig into your mind to locate the source of the expression. 58% chance. This is a white check. You may retry it.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
I'll let the mirror be for now. Or I can try the electrochemistry check. Nah, I'll let the mirror be for now. What? +1 health, +1 moral. Okay. Is that a sock or... Oh, that's a tie hanging from my...
This
ceiling
fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Truly horrific necktie. Pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Okay.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What
So,
you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
let's put the
The
fan
switch
back on.
must be broken, because nothing happens. The air in the room is starting to feel like vaporized urine.
Wonderful. But I now have a tie. +1 Inland Empire. What the fuck is Inland Empire? Part of Psyche. Hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life. Ooh, for dreamers, paranatural investigators. Hey, that's me. Mental creators. Inland Empire is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into which sight can't see. What's really going? What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world fate? At high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimate. You'll have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change the course of the investigation if you're not thrown in the loony bin first. With low Inland Empire, however, you'll be void of imagination and character, and then how will you shape the cosmos? Okay. Is the jacket? Okay, let's grab our jacket. Disco ass blazer. In those exact words. Disco ass blazer. I love it. +1 Esprit de Corps. That was Sasaki, wasn't it? Yes. Connection to station, understand cop culture. Oh, it's literally the spirit of cops, isn't it? Who for cops, cop aficionados, and cops. Spirit de Corps is the very spirit of policing, the copgeist. It enables you to understand your blue-souled sisters and brothers, not only by picking up subtle signals from your partner, but by witnessing flash sideways scenes as they play out in your precinct. At higher levels, you'll be the very heart of the police force, not only willing and able, but obliged to take a bullet for your partner. However, without a spirit de course, you'll be flying blind, unable to understand discreet remarks colleagues make in high-stakes situations, remarks that might just save your life. Okay. I am now almost dressed, I think. I'm missing one shoe. I don't think I'm going to find gloves, glasses, or a hat. Got my keys, I have no bullets. Presumably I have a gun somewhere. Oh, actually, before we do that, what's this? Is that a typewriter? A reel-to-reel tape player that is still on rolling empty. Oh. It looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. What a jackass. Empty cassette tape. There used to be tape in this case, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about Etienne's single smallest church in the Saint Saëns must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. Oh, I can look at all my shit. Horrific necktie. The necktie is adorned with a garish pattern. It's disturbingly vivid. Somehow you feel as if it would be wrong to ever take it off. It's your friend now. You will betray it if you change it for some boring scarf. Disco ass blazer. Looks like someone skinned this blazer off some long extinct disco animal. It has an enigmatic white rectangle on the back and the right sleeve. Shirt. This white satin shirt used to be fancy. It used to really catch the light. Now it smells like someone took a piss in the armpits. Flare-cut trousers. These golden brown trousers are flare-cut. Normal bell-bottom trousers would be boot-cut. But these are far from normal. They're someone's piss-soaked, cum-stained party pants. Green shoe, left foot. This green crocodile leather shoe has a high heel. Oh, I've already read this one. And keys to room number 1. Okay. Okay, maybe now I can finally leave my apartment, hotel, shitty house, whatever the fuck I'm in. Flat. The lockers by 28 degrees. This is vaguely. Wait, what country is this even set in? Yo, Mochi, thank you for the raid. Oh, wow. It's yeah. Yo, thank you so much for the raid, Mochi. Playing Disco Elysium, and we've literally just left our apartment or hotel room or whatever the hell it is. It took us a while to find all our clothes, and we're still missing a shoe. We also appear to be dying of a hangover. And maybe in France? Or like New Orleans, somewhere French. Yeah, I've heard it's really good. I've never played it before. Something on the table. Okay. What's on the table? Okay, there we go. Money. Sick. Rails. Reels. We're in Brazil? Wait, what uses the reel? Also, wait, this is like the 40s, isn't it? No, it would be like the 80s, disco. Where the fuck are we? Let's see if we can find another shoe on the balcony. It does appear to be a very interesting game. Sleep after 9 o'clock. Sleeping heals all your health and morale. Swear to God, if the game crashes or something. Okay. And that looks like my other shoe. There we go. Item gained, green snakeskin shoes. They may have lost some of their luster over the years, but these green crocodile leather shoes fit you perfectly. +1 composure, -1 savoir faire. Heels ridiculously high. Awesome watchtower heels. Okay, what is composure? Well, I mean, I know what composure is, but within an aspect of the game. Motrix? Yes. Straighten your back, keep your poker face. Cool for card players, military fetishists, cool people. Composure wants you to not crack, or at least it wants you to not crack in front of other people. It enables you to put up a strong front. It keeps your emotions hidden from the world and helps you read the body language of others, to sense the cracks in their own composure. As well, it keeps you looking good while you do it. You'll rock the disco outfit a lot more if you don't slouch. At high levels, composure makes you tuck your gut in and maintain a stern expression. Even lying in bed late at night when no one else can see you. You'll have to keep it up. You'll never be able to stop. Okay? With a low composure, though, you'll always be the first to crack. Every cop's got a point when all that fear and rage comes spilling out. And the ones who unleash it don't stay on the force much longer. Perhaps worse still, you won't even make the ranks of fashion police. Okay. So composure. It's our ability to keep our shit together, but it's also our ability to look good doing so.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet, like 2 baby crocodiles.
How did they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Okay, so apparently the shit that's going around ahead is gusty, briny wind washes over you. Okay, I need to keep an eye out for that. Okay, we now appear to be fully clothed. And stumbling a lot less. Still don't know what country we're in, but hey. Baby steps, baby steps.
Hello, officer.
Calendar says it's March. The year is 51. Wait, how old is Disco? Okay, well, the year is 51. So that places this, like, just not that long after the war.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Klasia. Masorania disco dancer. Was somewhere in Europe, I think. But this isn't a French name. This is like Dutch.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
Then why did you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Goddamn right I'm a policeman, and don't you forget it.
Okay, cool. I won't.
Good. Now, how did you know I was a police officer?
First, I have to ask. Are you okay, sir? You look like you're about to throw up. Can I bring you something?
Based on the state I woke up in, I may very well be about to throw up.
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth, right in front of her, right here. It makes you put your hand on your stomach and swallow.
I feel wretched. Tell me, how do you know I'm with the police?
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
Okay, don't worry, I'm not gonna vomit.
Okay.
Now, what kind of business?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Oh, it's my kind of business.
You have no doubts about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Yes. I'm clearly the sort of arsehole who gets drunk and just lets everybody know all my secrets. From the way I woke up, I don't doubt that a second. I may not know where I am or who I am or what a Copras Canina is. Oh, that was the car I heard. But I know what one sounds like. I don't really remember being a cop or anything else for that matter. Why would anyone let me be an officer of the law? That's an excellent question, but maybe not one to ask a random stranger. Suggestion challenging 12. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her, physically. I'm sorry? Yeah, I might not know where I am. Or who I am.
She nods.
But I do know when someone's not telling me the whole story. What am I doing here? What's my case?
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops.
Naruto. So I was literally sent out here to, like, look into a lynching and decided to take the opportunity to get hammered for 3 fucking days on company, well, not company time, because that'd be like a civil servant as a police officer. You get my drift. I've been drinking on somebody else's money. That seems good. And why didn't you just tell me that?
I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
Yeah, why would anyone let me be an officer of the law?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I should get going now.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
That's fine, I'm barely a policeman apparently.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Before you go, I have some questions for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to know where I am.
You're in a hostel, sir.
No, fucker. Really? Actually, I wasn't certain of that one either. But I meant specifically what country.
We are in Revachol.
Revachol. Okay, sick. Where's Revachol?
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Okay. We're in a fantasy world. That explains why I can't figure out what country we're in. That explains why we're disco in the 50s. That explains a lot. Okay. Yeah, because world capital is not a thing, and... Sorry, failed world revolution? But also, what the fuck? Should that mean something to me?
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her
No.
accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranye, another part of the world.
She's from Harwich, yeah. Hold on, yeah. Okay, is Revachol not France? And Oranje is like not Holland? Not the Netherlands? Is it 51 now?
It's 51.
What century? Ooh, that's a good question. What century?
The current century?
And what's that? What number?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
Okay, yeah, this is a very different world we're in. How many centuries have there been then?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
What? That's like double, I think, what we normally mark it as. I mean, there's some people who say, like, the pyramids are 10,000 BC, but I think, like, generally accepted is more closer to 2,000. Or a place like civilization around 4,000 years old. But also, they don't use the Gregorian calendar. They're not reckoning from the Common Era or even AD. Interesting. What's so funny?
Right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
I was totally prepared for this to just be set in the real world. What is it that they have against the police here?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
There's a bit coastal. But the rest of the city isn't coastal. This must be a pretty fucking big city. The room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Do I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Undercover FBI fan. Thank you for the follow. How's it, Vincent? How's it? How's it? Smile at the South African. But I'm not certain. Also, Ostentatious Orchestrations is a great band name.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, thank you for the follow, Undercover fan. What's it doing? Yeah, we go on alright. Mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? It mostly just gets hard.
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Oh, was I singing English? Show her the empty case of smallest church in Saint Science. Say? There's a lot of like, I'm assuming, I don't even know what language I would be.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also,
What else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
And then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That sounds about right. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
My life's clearly in a good place. Please tell me there wasn't anything else.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
Nice.
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Okay, you can go.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Miss Orania, disco dancer. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Door is locked. It's a weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Okay, so this is not France. I mean, it's fake France. It's alternate world France. They got one of these, like, chairs that go up the stairs for people who are disabled, which I don't think is something that actually existed in real world 50s. We've also established neither disco, and we clearly have disco. The fuck is that? Okay. The map tab in your journal lists all the white checks you can reattempt. God, that face. Let's take a look at this. Summer door closed for the winter. Sounds appropriate for a summer door. Now we got a music stand and a microphone. Big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. This is where the lyrics would be. Got an interesting mix of technology. Speakers connected to the radio, the music's seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover, I think.
Of course, At this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
I love these like inner parts of your brain that, and your psyche that speak to you. So this is the part that makes you sing karaoke like an asshole, does it? This goes well with the theory I'm developing that I'm down on my luck superstar person. What should I sing when it comes to
You
it?
should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course, I'm really good at gauging myself with that one. I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy. Like from those ostentatious orchestrations, folks. Yeah.
Oh no, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Okay, I just gained a quest to sing karaoke. Let's finish this thought. Sing karaoke. I need to find a sufficiently tragic tape, then play it on a boombox to memorize the lyrics, then ask the cafeteria manager to perform. Preferably in the evening, more people at the bar then. Good God. And I found my other shoe. What the fuck is this game? So what's that? Okay, well, let's speak to the...
A man in his late 20s stands
Oh.
behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
I don't think you can have taxidermy in a kitchen, sir. I don't think that's hygienic.
Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
Okay, so that was my empathy speaking to me, which was a failed check, which makes me think that this guy isn't actually a big fan of mine. In fact, he might specifically dislike me, probably because I'm a patron who's been getting fucking smashed in his room and like disturbing everybody else for the past 3 days. Are you the bartender? I think this is like a cafe, like I think this is for like coffee. No, those are taps for beer. Okay, maybe there is a bar here. Oh, there's clearly alcohol on the back there. Because I think it's clear he is the bartender. Let's look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it.
Huh.
Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
Ah. That's what... Oh, yeah, sorry about the dog. Let me close this fucking window. But yes, I think I know why this man isn't a huge fan of me. I think I might have fucked up his taxidermy while I was hammered.
This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Wait, I'm not on a mainland continent? Oh, this... Okay, so I think the geography, like, bears no resemblance to real world, but languages do. Are there like some French isles somewhere? Where you might encounter somebody... No, I think it's just completely different geography, okay.
The small steel tag says as much. The great skua. Stegosaurus skua.
This is casually be like, yeah, that's a great skua, right? He's gonna look at us and be like, you fucker. You broke the thing.
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks over at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean by my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
I'm really pissing this guy off today.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Ah, I see. He's a manager who happens to work the bar. And doesn't like that fact, does he? Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not antagonize him too much. The menu has been wiped clean. Only Monday is written on it. Thank God the days still have the same name. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts in a man's handwriting. Okay. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1 p.m." Oh, so what's this? Nosafed. Sure, let's take it. The fuck is Nosafed? Items. Tools? Interact. Yeah, it's not in my inventory. Okay, it's just a healing item. I can't get any more information on it. Okay. That dog does not want to shut up there. It's not even my dog. Inside, you catch a glimpse of Union paraphernalia. Strike poster, some red pennants. Sign reads, "Mess hall reserved for Union members. Doors open 4 p.m." This royal pinball machine is unplugged.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife. Okay, we gonna have some characters in this game, aren't we?
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods toward the man in the orange bomber jacket. Okay. And everything else, is that everything I can inspect in here? Looks like it. Wait, what's that? We can't. Oh, is that in the other room? I think it might be in the other room. Okay. Maybe we'll be able to inspect that later. Let's talk to...
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Kim Kitsuragi. It feels like a Korean first name and Japanese last name. But okay.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Oh, is that a signifier of rank? So what's... shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Ah, okay.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Okay, which one is less of a... Because he must clearly know my name, right? Surely. He's been sent here to meet me. So, if I say I don't know my name, I'm going to look like a fuck-up drunk. If I try to make up a name, he's going to know I'm full of shit. Because he probably knows my real name. But making up a name for myself seems fun, so let's do that. 83% chance.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Oh, so I succeeded and I still can't make up a fucking name for myself. Oh, was that me like trying to determine my own interest? It's not time yet. It is not yet time.
Okay then.
Looking like a weird arsehole was better than not knowing my own name, I think. Especially since we seem to be a higher functioning alcoholic.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Oh my god. I got sent here to meet this fucking man and I've been on a bender for 2 days and he hasn't been able to find me. You mean him? Not towards the cafeteria manager? Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
You mean the dude who was hanged? Yeah, I think
It
so.
also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman. No, that's... No, I haven't planned out any interviews.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Totally.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man, yeah. No, I haven't removed the dead.
So, the body is still in the tree,
Yes.
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
How can you be so sure I'm from the police? Yeah, let's turn this on you, buddy. Huh? Yeah. What
I
makes
was
you...
sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
Okay, so those white stripes are... insignia.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
So this guy's accent doesn't really match his name, does it? Mind you, neither did that woman's.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is, he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
Thanks, Encyclopedia. You mean the Rat Squad?
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job.
Okay then.
He nods.
Do I tell him that I can't remember anything? That seems like a bad idea. Let's get going
To
then.
you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Thank you, Logic. That's a... Shouldn't I have a badge or something? Check your
You
pockets.
mean you don't have a badge?
Pretend you found it. I have my badge, I'm a policeman, and I have my badge. It wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Okay, so... We're fairly certain he's not a rat. Interview the cafeteria manager at the Rolling Rags. Might know something about the murder that happened in the yard. Ask him about him. Inspect the victim's body. Report your badge missing. Reach report your missing badge to the 41st precinct as soon as possible. The lieutenant said that you can use the radio and the motor car to call your station. It's also addressing me with some degree of authority. So I might be higher ranked than lieutenant. Especially since I was sent here from a different precinct to investigate this. I might be vaguely important as far as police officers go.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I'm done with mating rituals this time. Bruh, I don't know. Maybe I have. Yes, let's hit on this crippled old woman. I had once, winked twice, but then I lost her. Oof. Oof. Yo, fuck it, let's just dump our baggage on this old woman. Yeah, my wife's dead.
What was with that fucking wink?
Stop winking, tap yourself. Oh, the wink was involuntary. Stop winking, tap yourself on the side of the head to correct the function.
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry.
She smiles gently, paying no heed to inexplicable winking.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
God damn it, Ren. How did you know I was fucking slouching? Would you like to roll with me? So this means she's good at four and should make a good cop or something? You seem to be in a chair. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. Also, for everybody who came in a bit later, I think we were having a near-death experience at the beginning of the game. I think we nearly drank ourselves to death. So that's a thing. But right, I hope it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm blowing this whole thing out of proportion, forget I said anything. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
And the Wearing Rags cafeteria was on my keeps. We're in a Revachol. On Insulinde. I don't really know, some seedy hotel, a war zone at the edge of the world. We're dead, haunting each other with ghosts. We're in the Whirling Drags cafeteria.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In Revachol.
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Revachol's the disgraced capital of the world, something like that?
Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as she may be.
Also, capital of the world is still doing a number on my brain. Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies her expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
I know it's 51. Is it actually spring? The summer door was closed for winter. Oh, but they might not have opened it up again. It might be like right at the beginning of spring. All I know is we're approaching the end time. Sure, it's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, Take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
I appear to be like being rewarded like a school child. Sick. Also realize that my chat is overlaying the game chat. It's probably not easy to read. Let me fix that quickly. Streaming tools, my overlays. Chat. You over here, please. There we go.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
That's a good question. Let's see. It's the disgraced capital of the world, they said. There was a failed world revolution, did they say? Oh, governed by intelligent machines. I don't think we're that advanced. They perform calculations to determine the free market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. I don't think that's what we are. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains and steeds. Civilization comes before us. I don't think we're that far back. Some kind of democracy, maybe? Maybe. I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Radios are being used to control people's minds, destroy our perception of reality, concealing our true matters, foreigners and women. True masters, foreigners and women. Okay, that's conspiracy theory. Cop, we're living under the cop regime. We might be, honestly. I'm going to say some sort of democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control.
Oh god, we are being
under an
ruled by
alliance
foreign
of
powers.
powers called the Coalition.
Oh, this is
We have no
post-war
government
Germany
of our
almost.
own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Except not. This world's weird. I like it.
Meaning, buying is voting.
There's no government. How come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
No, you can't stop there, motherfucker. You just said there are no cops and I am a cop. That feels like it's an existential problem.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Half-Light. Who the hell is Half-Light? Which part of my persona is Half-Light? Let the body take control, threaten people. Hello? Cool for high-strung investigators. Shoot now, ask questions later, cops. Surprise haters. Half-Light is your fight or flight response. It enables you to sense the way situations are about to turn. It injects palpable fear into your heart, fear that urges you to act before it's too late to act ever again. Fear that makes you frighten others. It is the aggression that lets you squeeze every last drop of information out of a witness. At high levels, Half-Light makes you ultra-attuned to the world. It's perpetual fear of your own shadow, of someone else's name or scent. You'll be ready always to pounce and physically interrogate passers-by. At low levels, however, you'll find your survival instinct is lacking, and your methods are limp-wristed. Those who respect violence will not respect you. Okay, so Half-Life is telling me that she's realized that I'm fucked. So if I speak too much to her, like, okay, let's say, how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
It's almost like I've been replaced by a player character in a game, dude. And the person who's playing the game has no idea what the world setting is.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Do I ask about the revolution? Let's ask about the revolution. Fuck it, this woman already thinks I'm crazy.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
Huh. Where the Okay, there is no real world parallel to whatever the fuck this place is. But yeah, I'm a cop. It hasn't stopped me.
Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
You could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turned to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Okay, thanks, Kim. Dick.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Where the fuck's Martinez? Is that the district of the city, or is that the country that the city's located in? Was that the name of the islands? You're not helping me, though.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Also, I want to read about reaction speed. Quickest to react, an untouchable man. Info. Cool 4. Shot dodgers, thinkers on their feet, pinball heads. Reaction speed is the agility of your body and mind. It is instinct. It enables you to dodge punches, knives, bullets. Also sucker punches of the verbal kind. You'll be more streetwise, never lost for words or lacking a witty comeback. Your mental alacrity lets you connect little details on the fly, working in tandem with your intellect skills. At high levels, reaction speed makes your twitch reflex freakishly good. However, when your body acts before your mind, innocent situations can turn bad fast. You're high-strung, overly alert. At low levels, though, you won't be the one shooting first, which probably means you won't be shooting at all. Naruhodo ne. Get a reality lowdown. You have no idea where you are. You're encouraged to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated. This is a very unequal society. Seems to be in a chair. He seems to not be able to walk.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
Could it have been a grenade explosion? How jacked up do her legs look?
No, dear. I'm not quite that old. Although I was injured in the line of duty.
Naruhodo. Were you a mountaineer? That's a random guess to throw out.
Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of planting the Revacholian flag on some figurative peak.
What did you do then?
I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail-order shoe company.
You broke your spine at a mail-order shoe company?
You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and, well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding.
Fuck.
I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays.
She runs her hand over the chrome wheels of her chair. I can only dream of such payoff nowadays, so that implies that, like, the economy's gotten way shittier. Or at the very least, like, worker rights have gotten way shittier. Sure, it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move
That's
on.
quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. Nothing I was thinking of the lyrics to a song want to roll with me. It's kind of with the first one.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
Yeah, but this guy's a dick.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers and forays into the paranormal. Let's just go full crazy, fuck
I
it.
can assure you, with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
I'm assuming sequence killing is our bullshit sci-fi version of serial killing here. And if this is like a really big city, as it seems it does, it's probably a couple of serial killers. It's at least one. Especially if it's shitty as it seems to be.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
3 heads are better than
Thank
2.
you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
Bitch, I just saw one of those, like paraplegic chairs that go up the fucking stairway.
Perhaps another time.
In a hostel. Okay, I've got to get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Kim, you're an asshole.
Yes?
Yeah, okay, fine. Let's just tell Kim that I can't remember fuck all.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved. Also, rhetoric. What? Practice the art of persuasion, enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Cool for ideologues, conversationalists, would-be politicians. Rhetoric urges you to debate, make intellectual discourse, nitpick, and win. It enables you to break down arguments and hear what people are really saying. You'll spot fallacies as soon as they're used. What exactly did the waiter leave out of their testimony? What was the dancer trying to divert you from? Was that double entendre intended, or did you just get an accidental lead? At high levels, rhetoric will make you an impressive political beast, one whose beliefs are impenetrable, which is to say, one whose mind will not change, one who will calcify. With a low rhetoric, though, you'll have a hard time of shooting down any argument. Nailing people to their testimonies will be nigh impossible. I don't think that's how you spell nigh. It literally says nigh impossible. Okay. Yeah, booze.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
I think I'm lacking in basic information even about this organization we're in.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Sorry, cunt. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. What? It's 9 a.m. We're working 12-hour shifts? What should I concentrate
Try
on?
work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
What's wrong with personal affairs?
It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
Okay, yeah, you're just a cunt.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
Huh. The fuck is the RCM? Fine, let
Focus
it
on
be.
other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
Okay, that is That is some deflection, mate, but okay.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
End of day debrief with Kim. Kim can answer any lingering questions you have about the case in the RCM. Join him on the Whirling and Rags balcony after 10 p.m. We are calling it a day. What is the RCM? I mean, I'm assuming that's the police force. What the fuck does it stand for? Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. Yeah, if we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
No. I was gonna say Naruhodo, but Naruho don't. What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
Yeah, I'm suffering from retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Oh. Have we both been assigned to the same fucking case to see who can figure this shit out? Cop off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
DeLorean polymath. That appears to be like an error. But also a deceased security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. Okay. Some sort of like union busting or something? White male in his 40s, what more do you need? I'm thinking something otherworldly might be involved or something supernatural. Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious. Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy? Yo, Chi, how's it going? Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious.
Is that enough of a secret for you?
They're in luck because we're in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that, the union clearly wants a piece. Not just of the industrial harbour, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
Interesting. Let's check out a row. Nice. Thanks. First shots in a workers' coup. Proletariat will rise up. Yeah?
After decades unchallenged, the lieutenant is caught off guard by your brazen provocation. But his counter comes fast and hard.
Oh shit, those were options.
Ugly.
Oh shit, I just accidentally chose a dialogue option. Wait, no, I didn't. That was me realizing something. So why has the voice acting stopped? I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case. But is this a strike or an attempted coup?
Strike, coup, revolution. It's brigandage, however you parse it.
Lots of French being thrown around.
You feel
I think.
something rising through you. A familiar feeling. An opinion taking form.
Ooh, I have an opinion about workers' rights. Let's go. We should ground the workers into fine paste and feed them to the pigs. We should ground the owners into fine paste and feed them into the pigs. With a little foreknowledge, I'm unsure which side to grind into pig's feed. The decision must be meant to me. Also, nationalism. I don't think grounding one or the other side into pig's feed would do anyone favors. I'm really, really smart. I spent the last 20 seconds deciding on which side to ground its pig feed. Why? These two are too wishy-washy. I want to take a fucking side. But I don't know which side I'm going to pick. Nationalism. Fuck the owners. Fuck whatever this corporation
When I
is.
said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I meant we should be careful. If we are not, the shit will blow right in our faces.
He makes a quick gesture towards his visage where the shit would blow. Indeed.
From an imaginary fan.
Okay. Thanks, conceptualization.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Yeah, literally anything about it. I can't remember a single
Maybe you
fucking
can
thing.
tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
A woman told me a mercenary's been hanged. Oh, that's interesting. He was a security guard, but she called him a mercenary.
Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you?
Brief sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate.
Okay, so the dude's literally been up there a week? Or so I'm beginning to think that Martinez might be like a suburb.
During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Does the briefing say who the victim
A
was?
security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
And who was the caller?
To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Okay, tell me what the RCM is. You've been using that fucking acronym. I've been using that acronym. And I don't know what it means.
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
Citizens Militia. Huh.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
Huh. Interesting. So we have no governmental authority, and that makes sense because the woman also said there's like no government. We're kind of like controlled by a union of foreign nations. Yeah, it's our job here to actually find the killer.
That's right.
Secret task complete. Ask him to tell you about the case. Gain experience plus 10. Can we go over the preliminary
Would you
info
like a
again?
brief? Do you want me? There's no,
No, okay.
reason to wing anything. If 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard.
Okay,
During
we've
that
seen
time,
this.
the victim had been stripped of his belongings.
Yeah, I've heard
Okay
enough.
then. Was there anything else you
That's
wanted?
everything I need to know. Okay, yeah, I think we're done here. So what the fuck did I just... Items. Oh, I got the green... Kind green ape pen from... the cryptozoologist's wife. Pen with a green ape head on one end. The ape has closed its eyes, kind of expression adorning its face. Seems to be meditating. Do I have any use for this? Can I hold it? No. Oh, the pissing competition. Apparently there's a pissing match between Precinct 41 yours and Precinct 57 Kim's. Ask him about this after the initial inspection of the dead body is done. Okay. So we gaining some insight into this weird fucking world we're a part of. Also, we want to sing karaoke, apparently.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
That's some fucking shade right there. The man with the unimpressive beard. Either shave or fuck off.
Mr. Gart, right?
Can
You
send-
run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
The harbinger of ruin. What is gold and orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor? I'm currently in between names. Okay, let's just look like an arsehole.
Are you kidding me?
Kim is about to say something, let him.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
Ooh, nice one, Kim.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Naruhodo. That's why you're pissy about being called the barman.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
No shit, Sherlock.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
I'm sorry? No, then you're not a fucking manager, mate. A manager, like, runs the place. You're just like a vague owner. But apparently you don't own it. What the fuck would you even call that? Like, you should have a manager managing the cafe full-time, surely. You don't just let the fucking staff run the place. Unless one of those staff members is a manager. Fuck it,
But
continue.
you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Yeah, I got questions, yeah.
His face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Well, I express profound doubt in him having a decent fucking beard, so yeah.
Ask
Fuck
him
you.
about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa.
Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
I'm sorry, Franco-Nigerian? I mean, Nigeria was once part of France, but not for a while and not in this world, I think. Also, they had a cavalry?
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
Huh. Innocence Franco Negro. The fuck? It's like they wrote this to make you go, what the fuck, every 5 seconds? Yeah, why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
I think it's quite literally my business, mate. I'm the police.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Yeah, am I not a cop? Everything is my business.
Okay, you got me. She went
Yeah, fuck
away
you.
because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away.
Oh, you fucking loser. You asked for her number and she's just like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Huh.
Thank you.
Didn't go well.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea.
Yeah, you're a
Now,
cunt.
what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Yeah, but I can use it against you. This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything is something to do with everything. I don't know, I just went for it. Oh, you're right, I probably shouldn't have asked. Everything is something to do with everything. No, I like to be thorough.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Yeah, who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
That's my job to ask you. Did you do it?
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Would I ask if he killed them just to fuck with them first? Let's say they first.
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching.
You're exactly saying that, yeah.
The locals, the customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Naruhodo.
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
Fuck does debarbers mean? What? Debard... What?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Oh, is that some shitty French word for bartender? Or bartendress? Because it's French and has to be fucking gendered. But why would the dock workers lynch this
I
man?
would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
Yeah, I always like a good lynching in the afternoon myself.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
Why is mercenary synonymous with security guard? Or do they hire literal mercenaries to be security? Is that how shitty this place is? That like they have to hire mercenaries to be security guards? Is this like fucking Somalia? Like 20 years ago? Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Okay, just checking.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
Yeah, that's all.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
I don't know you shit. What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Okay, first off, global currency. Second off, Interi Solari. Interi Solari. That would... Is there space... Are there multiple planets? Inter-isolary. Okay, no. I was passing that wrong. The route is isolated and not solar. Okay. Understand. You mean I owe you money?
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
What exactly is money? You're under arrest. What do I own this place
Let's
for?
see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
Yeah, that's 100.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
I kind of like how much of a cunt this guy is. But what exactly is
What are
money?
you, a philosopher?
I might be.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
So you didn't show him the coins you found. Is this money?
Yes, it is.
I'll pay you 40 now.
No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real.
I see. 100 times smaller?
Yes,
That's horrible.
it is.
Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Darkness
It
rides.
does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
What happens
I'm
now?
sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I don't remember where my home is.
Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
I really don't remember.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Up on Marvel Hill?
Why did you say that?
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, do you know a place called Marvel Hill?
But isn't that an expression, not a place?
My response was literally, where do you live? And my response is basically, up shit creek.
A saying, up on Marvel Hill, a great high place, one that is impossible to climb back to.
Oh no, it was, where's my house? An ivory tower?
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Can I trace my way back somehow? The exact street, the exact number on the
You
building?
can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Huh. Thought cabinet. Lonesome. Long way home. Temporary research bonus plus 1 encyclopedia factual memory returns. Research time 6 hours 5 minutes. Problem. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over. Get up. Get off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor tract, the 881, until you reach the domain eminent in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a side alley there and your footprints in the mud. Did we arrive here drunk? Internalize. Oh, so this is like a This is stuff we can like think about like in the back of our head while we're doing shit. Interesting. We made the call reporting the crime. Or Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. Someone reported the hanging to the RCM. Maybe find out who it was and may shed some light on events. You had an idea where to start. You have an idea where to start, but the caller could have been anyone. And pay for damages. We need to try and figure out a way to pay for this shit. Right, where was I? Okay. Okay, and we've interviewed the cafeteria manager. Okay, cool. See if we can find our badge in our room, maybe. Alright. Did I just have a thought? Yes, I did. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. We smashed down our own fucking door. Kim tries not to look at the broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
Interesting.
The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor. Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
I did it my way. Sorry for this.
No problem, officer.
Is my badge in here, maybe?
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after...
Yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, my badge does not seem to be...
The
Yep.
bed is cold.
Kim.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was hoping maybe go ask him something about seeing something, but no. Okay. Let's also check if she's seen my badge,
The
perhaps.
door is closed.
Knock.
There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside. Still no answer.
Okay, we can come back later. Still love that we tried to pay essentially $130 with, or pay $40 with 40 cents like some sort of fucking child.
Hello again, sweetie.
Oh, fucking yeah, let's ask this old woman for money.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
Oh, what is a paycheck? I haven't seen any
You must be
paychecks.
joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
Yeah, that's a mood.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader.
Oh, I just learned something. Everard's the union leader, is he?
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask.
Gotta get going now. Also, the accents are all over the place, which is interesting. And I feel like that isn't just shitty casting, I think that might be a deliberate choice. Oh wow, there is a massive hole in that fence. You might even say there isn't a fucking fence there. It's more hole than fence, literally. So the fuck is this?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Huh. Main Hall Building A, Andrew Orlando Hair SCA, Artemetap's Boxing for Young Athletes and Gym, 24-hour window, Emma's Fashion Atelier, Fabron's Taxi, the rest has been burned off, oh, that might be taxidermy, Slipstream SCA, Fortress Accident SCA, is SCA some sort of like PTY Ltd or something, Revachol Ice City, Main Hall Building B, Whirling and Rags, East Delta Pinball, entrance from Building B, empty card, and nothing else. Okay, leave. Rue de Saint Ghislaine, 8B. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Heap of snow melts in the wheelbarrow. Huh. Why have you got snow melting in a wheelbarrow? Or did you just happen to have snow in a wheelbarrow for some reason and now it's melting? These are questions. Pigs Go Home. The street name is illegible. Guess it's... Somebody knows we're a pig and we are here and they don't like that. To be fair, we haven't been very police offeree. We've kind of just been getting hammered.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
The gardener, eh? You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you?
Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
There's more to you than
Is
that.
there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
Yes, what are you
I am
doing here?
working.
Working
I
on
have
what?
a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But?
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
What do they call them? Smelling salts, yeah? We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
Where's the
It's there.
corpse?
In the yard, right through the hole in the fence.
Even
Okay.
all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
What do you mean?
Just tell me where we are,
We're
okay?
in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think.
Yeah, what happened? What's up in the north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
The
The
east?
harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
That's 3 T's in a row. That has got to be some bullshit French word. But okay, what's in the south?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
Huh. And what's on the other side of the canal?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
And what's in the
It's just
west?
water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Thanks.
No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Huh. Okay,
Of
after all.
course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Yeah, can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Oh. Thick latex gardening gloves. In classic canary yellow. Maybe you should retire taking up gardening as a hobby. It's a worthy thought. +1 interfacing. Bye bye bugs. Okay, what the fuck is interfacing now? Interfacings, metrics, master machines, picklocks, pockets, info. Cool for machinists, tinkerers, instrument players. Interfacing wants you to connect to machines, to use and improve them, because that makes you a better human organism. It enables you to understand interactions with machines, be that how to repair the motor of a Kinema motor carriage, how to analyze the way a suspect uses a pen, or how to refigure electrical circuits. It even lets you steal keys off a keyring without being noticed. At high levels, interfacing will isolate you from society. Why bother with people when you can talk to machines? And why bother with things like money when you can just pocket that display sandwich? At low levels, however, you have a crucial part of the world cut off from you. People use machines to commit crimes all the time. If you can't understand how a crime is accomplished, how can you solve it? Interesting. Put the gloves on for now, shall we? Gloves. Yep. There we go. Wow, we look like a jackass. Let's go. Yeah, let's look at this jacked up fence.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Let's reconstruct the movement.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there.
Okay.
And then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager.
Ah, so there hasn't always been a hole here. It's interesting, okay.
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry.
Car drove through the fence.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city.
Is this connected to the case?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. with a gem right here on the roundabout. I would keep them separate.
Hmm.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time.
Wait, can I retry that? Okay. Let's go back to the mirror and see if we can retry that white check. Oh, really, I'm just stalling, aren't I? You know what, let's actually take a look at this body. Yeah, let's not go backtracking before we even progress the story in the tiniest bit. So far, I've woken up in my room, I've left my room, and I've just left the building, and it's been 2 hours. Well, this game is fascinating. Can we rotate the camera at all? Doesn't seem that way, does it? Suppose there's one less thing to worry about at least. This is a kid.
Kuno's got this.
Boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. Okay.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno!
Nappa. Get a word, police
Right
business.
in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick.
Ooh! That's a word.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
What does that
The
mean?
kid is obviously high.
It's losing slow as the mic
Can't
can't see.
talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Can I just like knock this kid out?
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not an orc. And what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
Children. Call them children
Yes.
forces.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Hmm. A kid's
The
sibling.
fuck are you talking about?
It's two little chavlets.
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
It's not what siblings do. Outside of anime. And Kentucky. I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
So who's Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Hmm.
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that bullshit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying.
I really want to deck Kuno in the face.
Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
thing behind the fence starts squealing, short, violent like a fire alarm.
Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Sound gets louder as the child shuts the windows overlooking the yard.
He's got the Kuno! Help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Just answer the questions.
Help! He's
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You
pigs in here in Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Who put you up to this?
No one. Kuno's doing this because he likes it.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
Someone put you up to
You
this.
put him up to this yourself. When
Listen to your friend.
God put you up to this.
Owns the fat ass. Help! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno!
I wish I had a physical instrument. Yeah, it's back off.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Honestly, I was going to go find a physical instrument and come back to beat your ass with it, yeah.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that.
Oh, but I was though.
There's a dead body, remember? That's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
It's good you said that. Here it is. Here we go. Kuno likes this.
Yeah, no, take them out
Oh
again.
no! You pussied out again. Shouldn't have done that. Kuno's gonna bitch you out now. Pass you around like candy, fat boy. Pass your...
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch!
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
We've headed credited as
The peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. Can we find a weapon? I feel like I'm very hungover and I don't feel like dealing with that shit. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Some cash and some magnesium. Or 20 cents.
Yes?
No. Did mention... Let's see if there's a baton in the car. A truncheon, if you will. See if we can sober the kid up.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat,
Ooh, toolbox.
the soft glow of the fuel. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Pull out
A
the
metallic
toolbox.
drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long
Pry
place.
bar.
I'm not protective of my tools, like some...
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Rubber
The
handled chain
handles
cutters.
are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
A flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Put the toolbox back.
Toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Can use the radio in a bit. I want to use this pry bar first. My right hand? Yeah. Red tip pry bar has Carson T heavy duty engraved just below the handle. Satisfyingly heavy. Perhaps one of the most useful tools to carry around. Meanest looking pair of cutters you have ever seen, made and got rolled by Walsham Works. No chain, wire, nor barbed fence will stand in your way again. They look hungry, ready to chew steel. Police shroud wearing the logo of Grunstalong RAO. Small dynamo packed inside this handheld illumination device theoretically gives you the ability to produce a tiny amount of electricity anytime, anywhere. Okay, we got a loudmouth kid to sober up. I mean, what? Oh, we can run. Sick.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno's Kuno? You already know that slow Kuno thinks you have brain damage or some shit. Kuno cares.
Kuno, stop being nice to the pig! Step away from Kuno, fat-ass creep!
Ease off, see? Don't be telling Kuno what Kuno can do. What else you want, pig man? Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Is anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Know how he got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Where is Night City?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
So you don't know anything.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. You're testing Kuno's patience, yeah?
Yeah, I'm the one with the pry bar, motherfucker.
Get lost,
Know what's going on with this kid?
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Ooh. I'm gonna try and separate them.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
fuck you whispering about?
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
She's fucked up.
She's not fucked up. Everyone's fucked up. Stop judging shit.
Wrong move. But he's whispering still. You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again. Or you will. There are no guarantees here.
He's trying to control you. We're gonna get you out of here.
Okay. The pig's trying to pit us against each other.
That's it. You let him off the line. That was a bad, manipulative thing to say. You should understand. I got you this far. I couldn't get you all the way.
Huh.
Try to fuck my Kuno! Try to fuck my Kuno away! Me and Kuno are tight. We ride for life.
Kids often playing
I
as well.
think this is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
This boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for
Get
us.
your snout out of Kuno's ass. Kuno knows how hard Kuno pushes it. Kuno pushes it hard level. You should give up, Popo.
Please give me
or the
another
pun will
opportunity
keep
to smash him in
fucking
the
it out of
face.
You okay, Kuno?
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno. Yeah, whatever. The fuck about it? Just a couple.
Yeah, you tell them.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy. You heard Kuno? I don't know. Some mesco.
There is no night city.
Why you gotta be
Pictures.
riding Kuno's ass? You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna...
Don't tell him that, Kuno.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's city. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage. That's it. And it's not lame.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's city, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that.
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later. Focus on the case.
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't...
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What a strange words you use,
I
Gil.
come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. What's this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face. You got done. Talk to me.
So it's a girl. Interesting.
I'll die before I squeal.
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me. I'll die before I squeal.
You
You
did
don't
behind the
want to
bed.
fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Thanks, Perception. It's very perceptive of you.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno does...
That is rickety, but still climbable. Someone tried to grow herbs in this greenhouse.
There are several footprints in the mud. left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Visual cog, let's get an exact count.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
Oh, what kind of boots?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Workers' bootstraps.
Noted.
Let's ask the gardener about these shitty kids. Fortunately, I didn't have an opportunity to smash him in the face with the pry bar.
Hello again, officer. How are
Yes. Right. Seems quite interesting, but slow pace so far.
The corpse
At least the
looks
way I'm
at you
playing it is.
with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like, and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Mm.
You seem to be holding your breath.
Look
The
down.
cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Dude, what is that? God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Let go of your nose without throwing up.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
I try to walk away.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
That sounds about right.
The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Fucking corpse.
Keep it.
Thanks, wipe your mouth.
The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
I think ammonia would help.
If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
Not
I
you.
can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Okay, where did we get the ammonia from?
That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the frit store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay. Guess I'm probably gonna need these chain cutters to actually cut that shit down.
Hello again, officer. How
Let's
awesome.
give you salts. I think I could use some.
Sure. I'm done with them. Go easy
Thanks.
on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Items. Ampoule of ammonia. Thin glass tube wrapped in cotton netting, used to treat fainting spells. Produced by Saint Batiste Pharmaceuticals. Handkerchief given to you by Lieutenant Kitsuragi. One corner is adorned with lace and tiny embroidery. Portier. Okay.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Right. Items. What the fuck do I use this? What?
There he still is.
Oh, there we go.
looking
Has
right
ammonia.
through
Gives me a
with his white eyes.
still very
the body
low.
below is in tight. You crack open the ammonia ampoule and breathe in. The odor of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
I always do that.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Enameled boots, eh?
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
That's weird in sci-fi.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Yeah.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't boots, are they? This is part of the armor he was stripped
Indeed.
off.
Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Saboteur.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
Thanks, it'll be useful to know. But tell me about the armor.
It's clearly some manner of super armor or future armor. Super future armor? I'm useless.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Huh. That is interesting. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by locals. The material looks out of place here. Knock on the boot, pull the boot off. Material looks out of
It
place here.
is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabulary deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
Let's see, I've got an ad starting. I'm just gonna wait for that to finish before I continue the dialogue. Yeah, the ad's running. Yeah, this is interesting. So everything else has been kind of retro, but ceramic future armor doesn't seem very retro. Also doesn't seem very disco. Which is another adjective that's been, and descriptor that's been popping up. So we lost 6 men to semi-automatics. Semi-automatics are pretty old, aren't they? Once again, this is like a parallel universe thing. Dad's still running? 20 seconds. Okay, how much are you talking
For a
about?
full set,
Oh wait,
about
that's in the
4
progress.
years
Fuck.
of wages.
Full set about 4 years of wages. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's over 4 years of
For
wages.
the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500
Not too
real.
much, yes.
Sounds puny. No wonder I can't pay the
It's a
hostile
sorry
bill.
situation, I agree.
Here's the rest of it. Scouted by the
Piece by
locals.
piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's
That's a good
for us
question.
to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
Looks pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Not
A
gonna beat.
small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
This is some sci-fi bullshit.
Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
It's a serial number.
Good.
Huh.
Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
Fuck off drama.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
We pull the boot
The
off.
stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
We're gonna like rip his leg off, aren't we?
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal! '
Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't
You're
it?
going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Yeah, I just thought I should try taking him
what
off.
exactly?
If you can't experiment, how will you learn?
And to see what
I
happens.
don't think we should do anything just for the hell of it. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
There might still be a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sticking a dead man's boots, yeah, that's a bit low.
Alright then, you can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected?
What's gonna happen to the boots then?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The
Inspect this belt.
hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Okay, we've got airships now. Apparently the Hindenburg didn't happen in this world. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced gun for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
The shipping dockworks from the harbor did it.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
Makes sense, it's believably mundane.
70% of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt worries me.
They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope was reinforced with steel
I
wiring.
was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
But did they even get him up
News
there?
is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt, buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a national
Of no
pattern?
nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
I'm missing something here.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Oh. Produces 2 metal-capped ampoules. Takes them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines
I
there.
have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
And shakes the paper, letting it dry on the corpse. It's like a Polaroid. Color perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Yeah, can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse.
Sure.
Smell.
Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
His
Really,
eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
An Empire medium. Tell me, who are you, dead man?
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
Yeah,
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes.
And take a big step
As you
back.
narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Also, the pink's like at the bottom, which implies that he died hanging. He wasn't killed and then hanged.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face hands are pink, thighs
I
too.
see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he was upright off dead. His hand, feet, and neck are discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
Seems like lynching.
Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death.
It's beaten up. See
I
the
do.
bruises?
Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
Something's coming out
A
of him.
pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Gone down right on the back. Oh, we got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
I think he's
I
dead.
agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Deadity dead, dead, dead.
Dabadoob doob dead.
Back off the
But
catcher room.
there is no breath to catch.
How do we
Only
get him
Are
down?
you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Step back in another
the
look
cadaver
first.
slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Do you have anything about Inland Empire? Psyche's pretty low, huh? What have we got? Let's look at this photo first.
An
Interact.
intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar.
What's the mean with this
For you
tattoo?
to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Who are you?
Gone.
What's the rest of the armor? From the zero numbers, but the tattoo's possible meaning. What's Kuno about?
Fuck does Kuno care?
No questions
Yeah,
about the crime scene.
The
That
king.
ladder
No,
yours?
it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climbed the ladder up to your magic tree house.
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse.
What's the greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Gardner used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
Yeah, well, my willing rags,
Look.
that Gardner.
Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
I'm gonna ask her about it.
It seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
Let's talk about
Yeah,
something
whatever.
else.
Kuno doesn't
Discuss the
give
body.
a fuck about it.
What's the rest of
Kuno
his
doesn't
armor?
give a shit about the armor.
Okay.
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
What?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
I threw it away.
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
Threw it into the sea.
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
I mean, troubadour.
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows? So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Telling yourself kindness for your heart, you know?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
Contusions all over his body. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks stones left on his body.
Did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Okay.
Your
Get lost.
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your crime scene, throwing around incendiary language, trying to push your buttons. Like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
You know, City of Rage, Night City. What's going on there? I'm intrigued.
No!
The evil shit behind the fence acts like she's coughing up a furball.
You told him about it and now he knows your name.
This city's not fucking lame. You are lame. Kuno's tired of defending Rage City from... Just fuck off, alright? And fuck you too, putting Kuno on the spot like that. Kuno doesn't need to fucking explain his shit. Kuno's king. He rules here. Fuck did you want?
Explain himself? As if explaining some kind of work? Some kind of avant-garde work way ahead of its time?
I'm intrigued.
You must get to the bottom of this one of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today.
Okay,
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Interesting. Repeatedly failing checks fucks with you. Go to the hub. It's past the gardener. Oh, we have made like no progress in 3 hours, and I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Can I save? Thank God I can save. Okay, where am I? Right. Sick, who can we raid? Sandra, possibly? Yeah, let's rate Sandra. Okay, thanks everybody for coming. Wasn't a very long stream, but I'm pretty tired today. Probably going to play this again this weekend. It's a very interesting game. Yeah, thanks to everybody who came, everybody who stopped by. Thanks again to Mochi for the raid earlier. Yeah, see you guys around.